up to the past few days, we were expecting a very close contest between Gareth Bale and Luis Suarez. There was a real sort of groundswell of people suggesting that Suarez had maybe cleaned up his act. And clearly, I think anyway, and I think a lot of people thought that Suarez was an individual who makes an impact on every single game. And there was a good chance, I think, that Suarez might have won the award. Clearly, what happened against Chelsea changed all that. And then we thought, well, you know, that paves the way for Gareth Bale to win the award. Far from it. Robin van Persie then comes out on Monday night. Not only does he seal Manchester United's title with a great hat-trick, it involves, without a doubt, the goal of the season. And now it's very interesting to hear the split of people thinking, well, actually, the difference Van Persie's made for United is considerable. Topped off, we sort of forget that lean spell he had, and what Robin van Persie is all about is the hat-trick that he scored on Monday night. But I think the interesting why it's such a great vote this year, a great ballot, is that you have got players like Juan Mata, who, without every time we see him, you know, has a good game. He's what we like to see. He's a footballer that makes things happen. We've got people. I mean, without giving away, I already know that people are going to be voting for Zabaleta, for Leighton Baines, for Michu at Swansea, and you know, and I think that all adds up to a vote that, you know, it's the latest we're going to be voting this year, closing on May the 2nd, and I think it really is the moment too close to call. And I think the different opinions of the panel tonight showed, you know, that it will be a very close thing to call.
And of course, that point that's very important is by precept and example, isn't it? It's not just about their ability on the pitch.
No, it is, and that is something, you know. Having said that, you know, I mean, that was laid down by Charles Buchan, the by precept and example, but there has to be a little bit of flexibility in that. For example, you know, you have to think, well, you just can't rule out players who've had misdemeanors in the past. If they are redeeming themselves, if they are making an active attempt to actually clean up their act, then they should be voted for. For example, Suarez. I think while a lot of people were thinking of voting for Suarez prior to the Ivanovic incident was the fact that there was a hint that he was actually learning from his mistakes. So he was being accused of diving. We haven't seen him diving for a while. And there was an element, and of course all that was reversed by what he did. I mean, don't forget, Robin van Persie, who won the Football of the Year award last year, and he may well win it again this year. Don't forget in his early days, and you remember this well, you know, wasn't the best behaved footballer in the league. I remember him getting sent off for Southampton for kicking. I can't remember who he kicked, but he had certain issues temperamentally. But he has made, you know, he's endeavoured to calm those things down and to do it. And I don't think we should be bound by that. I think if players are making an effort to actually change where they are, so for example, Gareth Bale, I think is what you're driving at. Gareth Bale has been booked obviously for simulation several times. But if we think that Gareth Bale actually is aware of that problem and is addressing that problem, no reason why he should be Football of the Year.
And one way or the other, on May the 9th, you're going to be handing over that trophy to one tremendous footballer, aren't you?
Well, we're handing over to, yes, absolutely. And if we turn around, listen, it could be Michu, it could be Juan Mata. More likely, it will be a Gareth Bale or Van Persie. And what I know right now is that you'll be handing over to a footballer that excites you. You know, I mean, and the reason why you vote for Gareth Bale is because when he gets the football on the football pitch, you're excited. You feel like lifting yourself out of the seat because you know something's going to happen. Robin van Persie, the same. You only have to see, you know, the goal he scored against Aston Villa, the second goal. It's one of those moments where for a moment you're trying to draw a breath. And we are going to be handing over that award to a player who basically gets us out of our seats. Not only gets the journalists out of the seats, gets the fans out of the seats, gets the fans at home out of the seats, gets the views out of the seats. And either one of them is going to be, anyone who wins it is going to be a very worthy recipient.